Hi, I'm Roger. Welcome back to my own little kitchen. Well, we're at the start of the summer season, and the berry right now is strawberry. So for the next few episodes, we'll be doing strawberries, 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 and more strawberries. 2 days a week, I work at a local farmer's market, and unfortunately, their strawberries are at the end of season. But for the last few weeks, we've had them raw, we've had them on ice cream, all different kinds of stuff. You just can't beat local, fresh strawberries. But in your grocery stores, you're able to get strawberries just about year round. And they're also very good right now at the local grocery stores. So right now I'm going to be making a pound cake. It's not just a normal pound cake. We add cream cheese to it. And what that does is it makes it sturdier so that you can take this pound cake, cut thick slices, and then you can grill it. And then while it's still hot, you can put on strawberries, a whipped topping of your choice, whether it's Cool Whip, some other brand, or whipped cream. And then we're going to make a chocolate fudge sauce to pour over the top of it. So if you're counting calories, stop watching now. All right, what we're going to do first, I have 6 ounces of cream cheese that's been brought up to room temperature, and I have 1 stick or a 1/4 pound of butter that's also been up to room temperature. We're going to want to beat these until they're well blended. And invariably, some always sticks to the paddle. So let's get that off there so it mixes a little bit better now. If you don't have time to bring your ingredients up to room temperature over a period of time, foodies are going to hate me. You can always warm the butter in the microwave 10 seconds at a time, and you can take the cream cheese while it's still wrapped and run it under warm water. All you want to do for that is make it softer so that they blend better. Now I have 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of regular granulated sugar, I'll mix that up a little bit. When you're incorporating sugar into butter or butter and cream cheese, you want to make sure that you don't rush the process. It usually takes between 3 and 5 minutes for it to get thick and fluffy. If you don't take that time, your batter can taste pretty granularly, however. Next, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, the vanilla extract I use is double strength, so actually I'm only using half as much. In the long run, it saves you money. If you buy double strength vanilla, it does not cost twice as much as the regular. And for as much cooking as I do, I try to save pennies whenever I can. I want to scrape down the sides often to make sure you're mixing everything together. And it also gives me a break so that you can hear what I'm saying. Right now it almost has a frosting-like texture. Now I will be adding 1 3/4 cups of flour. I'm going to put it all in at once and start the mixer very, very slowly. Otherwise I will disappear in a cloud of flour. This is going to make a very, very stiff batter, but then, this is one of the strange things about this recipe, is that after you blend all of this together, then you add your eggs. Usually it's the other way around. Scrape down the sides again. And then as this mixes a little bit more, I will be adding the eggs one at a time, waiting until each is incorporated before I add the next one. The eggs have also been brought up to room temperature. I don't like the eggs to sit out more than half an hour. If you're in a hurry and you forget to do that, you can stick the eggs under warm running water or in a container with some warm water, just enough to bring it up to room temperature. You don't want to use hot water because you don't want to cook the eggs. And I'm adding 4 eggs for this recipe. And the reason why I broke it into here first, I hate when you're making a batter, you're almost at the end, you add the eggs and you get shells in it. This way I'm sure that the eggs don't have broken shells in them while I add it to the batter. That way I don't have to throw it out. Let's wipe things down one more time. And by adding the eggs, it's gone from a stiff batter back into a nice creamy batter. Now, a different variation of this, if you'd like, instead of adding vanilla, you can use lemon extract, you can use orange extract, you can use almond extract to replace the vanilla. You can see how creamy this is now. So this calls for a 9x5 pan, a loaf pan. It says you should grease it. There's different ways of greasing it. You can grease it with butter, or you can take a spray grease, a spray oil, and spray it. Just make sure you get all of the corners and all of the angles if you use whichever one you're going to use. What you want to do is you want to even it out as much as possible. Now I have my oven heated at 350 degrees, and this is going to take between 55 minutes to 60 minutes. So now we wait. My timer just went off at 55 minutes. They often say to use a toothpick. Toothpicks don't go down far enough, so I usually use this knife that we've had probably 40 years. As long as it comes out clean with just a few little crumbs, it's good. This should sit for about 10 minutes before you take it out of the loaf pan. I always loosen it up with the knife around the edges first, and we'll let it sit, cool, and then we'll go from there. So it's been about 10 minutes. I'm going to loosen the cake from the sides by sliding the knife around the edges. Hot, hot, hot. Now we'll let it cool all the way.